Hello everyone, I'm your host Akuma. Now that Metroid is finished, let's say we move on to a different space age game. Welcome to Zone of the Enders. Well, that took a good 2 minutes. Oh man, I love that song. Well, the menu screen, I mean. As I was saying, we're going to be playing Zone of the Enders today. Well, I'm going to be playing, you're going to be watching. This is the HD edition, the remake for the PlayStation 3. I'm going to get into the menu a little bit, or else we're going to have to sit through that entire thing again. As usual, let me go into slight detail about what we're looking at here. Zone of the Enders was a PlayStation 2 game, which has had a sequel released for PlayStation 2. I believe right after that it had a spin-off game released for the Game Boy Advance that I would like to play in the future, but I don't know if I'll be able to. That was called The Second Runner. Oh wait. That was called The Fist of Mars. The sequel was called The Second Runner. It's also had an anime released, which was 23 episodes long. I believe there was also a OVA video, which I don't know how long that was. I should say movie, not a video though. And there was another sequel in the works, but because the HD edition for the PlayStation 3 did not sell as well as the creator had hoped, he decided that the game was cancelled. Very disappointing. Now, something about this game in particular. This game is good, but I think that it might be underrated because of very good reasons. The action is wonderful. However, the game is short, and the story is a little bit difficult to sit through because the voice acting and the script translation, they're terrible. It's some of the characters in here that are very hard to like. I don't really like the characters in here, and some of them will make an appearance in the second game. I don't know if I'll play that yet. I'd like to, but I don't know. And they are much better in the second game. So much better. But in this game, the characters are subpar at best. Well, I'll stop talking about it. Let's jump into this. Zone of the Enders HD Edition. I kind of like to jump into hard mode because I think I'm good enough to try hard mode. Actually, yeah, you know what? I'm going to do that. Whenever I play this game, I usually play on normal just because I like to go through it. I think I'm going to go on hard mode. I have no idea how hard this is going to be. Oh dear. The game is very story-driven, though. We're going to have a lot of cutscenes because, as you may have seen in the beginning, it was created by the creators of Metal Gear Solid. Projected year of 2172 AD. We're at Jupiter? No. Yep, Jupiter, Space Colony, Antilia. the not-so-peaceful space colony Antelia. Okay, somebody took a beating. Guess who probably gave him that beating?
Calling all orbital frames. Our mission this time is to secure these 2 new frames or to destroy them. To complete this mission, you are expected to make whatever sacrifices are necessary.
Even if it costs us the colony.
Viola. Axe and I will secure target Alpha after we enter through the colony shaft. You go in through the skylight with Slash and Night Ray.
I'll carry out diversionary tactics.
After that, you will confirm target Bravo is secured.
Roger.
Viola,
Yes, sir.
don't let your personal feelings intrude. Over and out.
Well, it's time to play.
You wanna play? I wanna play! That's why I turned the game on, because I wanna play. Can we play? Yeah, this ain't gonna go so well. I really like this series of games. Really like it. This is actually my second game. The first one I played was the side game for the Game Boy Advance. So this one was a little bit, well, kind of unimpressive in comparison, but it's still fun. The characters not so much, but the game is fun. We're going to be having quite a bit of flashbacks too.
Foraging through the garbage! You're enders, all of you!
It's all Leo's fault. He made us come here. No.
You have such good friends, don't you, boy of enders? Now, what will you do? Will you escape all by yourself? Or will you punch me out to save your friends? I guess you have to suffer. If they're gone, at least they will be able to tease you.
I think it's safe to say that racism might be gone in this world, but there's still a little bit of prejudice. If you were born on Earth, or on Mars, or somewhere in space, that's where the prejudice is in this world.
Enemy attack! Get to your position!
And yes, I know that the voice acting looks terrible with the lip sync, but Japanese to English lip syncing translation in 3D animation. What happens here is that it doesn't actually trip and fall on them. It's damaged. And the pilot is dead, or the robot isn't working anymore. So it's not that he tripped and fell on them, it's that he was shot down and happened to fall on this specific spot. Honestly, I think that if he had run over there to help them, he would have been crushed as well. Though I don't know for sure how long he was sitting there. Probably gonna be some of you hoping that they survived. Yeah, no. And of course, we need to know exactly who shot that thing down.
I've taken control of Sector 03 by driving away the flies that scourge our Earth. Still no reaction from Target Bravo.
I've managed to get inside the main shaft. Don't forget, Viola. If the target is still alive, you are to withdraw.
No, I'll just destroy it.
Don't underestimate them, or you'll end up dead.
That's what I'm waiting for.
The way most of this prejudice stuff starts out is that Earth got kind of a holier-than-thou attitude toward everybody else. So Earthlings were basically being big jerks. But eventually, with all the extra taxation and heavy martial law that was imposed on Martians and Enders, the Enders ended up revolting at some point. And I think that he might be one? I don't remember. It's never really made completely clear. Ah yes, the savior of the game. And boom. Even though it was probably good that they stood up for themselves, when you stand up for something good to an extreme, it can turn into a bad thing, and that's what this enemy group is. They are Martians and or Enders in a group called Bahram. And even though they did have good intentions when they started out, right now they're being more like a whole bunch of terrorists, so not really helping your cause out very much there, guys. Oh yes, and before any of you jump down to the comments, I want to get this out right now, and this is a rule I will impose for the future videos as well.
Good morning. Ready for combat operation.
Please, no jokes, because I have heard them all, on the position of the cockpit of the frames that we are going to be seeing in here. Yes, the cockpit is in the same place for all things that are able to be manned. There are manned and unmanned robots. And yes, we've all had the same thoughts about the cockpit. I'm sure you have already seen it, even if you are unsure about what it is. So they throw us in here without us being able to do anything, so it's like, okay, what do I figure out for my buttons? Down and up. We can kind of move around with the R2 button here. Okay, but now we need to attack. This button doesn't attack. This button, okay. The button would do something if we get closer. Here we go. Grab and throw. But now we really do need an attack button. Square button will attack. At long distance, we'll shoot. At close distance, we stabby.
Did I win?
I have confirmed that the target has ceased all functions. You are correct. You did win.
Who are you?
I am Ada, the advanced battle computer of this Jehuti. I detect that you are not the frame runner who was scheduled to pilot the orbital frame.
No, I'm not. I just ran in here while trying to escape. Whoa!
I have detected several targets exterior to the hangar, unable to confirm the exact number from this position. Move outside following the direction of the arrow.
How do I do that?
Do you want me to explain how to manipulate the frame?
Please.
Roger.
Obviously we're getting into the tutorial here, and obviously I'm not going to go through it so you guys know how to control a game that you're not actually playing. But I will go through 3 things here real fast. Normal attack. Every attack that you can do in this game is with the square button. So just press the square button for normal attack. There's long distance and short distance. Those are the 2 attacks you have, and I showed you both of them with the normal attack. Dash attack. When you're basically moving fast in one direction or another, you're dashing. And while you're dashing, if you attack, you'll get a different kind of attack. So there's normal and dash. Next there's a burst attack. If you press the dash button when you're standing still, then your frame can't move, but it is surging with energy. What you're doing is activating a burst. Burst attacks are really strong. Very, very strong. And they are pretty much what I'll be relying on for the majority of the game. Once again, long distance burst attack, or long range burst attack, and short distance burst attack. I think that the the short range melee attacks of the burst attack are the strongest, but the long range are easier to pull off and get off in quick succession. However, we can be quite vulnerable when we're working on a long distance burst attack, so we'll be keeping that in mind as well. And then we've got guard, which I never use. I might have to because I'm playing on hard now. And grab and throw. It takes a while to grab an opponent, and he can attack you while you're trying to grab him, so I don't rely on that very much.
This is the end of the training session.
Or explanation session.
It is dangerous to go out now. Let us get the Metatron ore from the nearest item box.
Metatron? What is...
It is an essential element of Jehuti. It is needed to automatically repair the body. Before going out, you must first get the Metatron ore.
I can do that, sure. Health is in the bottom left with Metatron.
We have obtained the Metatron ore.
Fully healed.
Completed automatic repairs to the body. Now, following the arrow as indicated, move outside.
Quit stalling and get a move on, kid, basically. So, oh boy. I play with inverted, and these are not inverted. Where is the hole in the wall? There's no hole in the middle of the wall, or at the top of the ceiling. I'm all the way at the bottom. Get out already, kid! Okay, what do I do now? Probably defend yourself. We've got a few types of enemies in this game. This is the primary type, the raptor. This kind of raptor is moderately skilled with short range and long range
We
attacks.
have shot down.
You can obviously see where they're, well, long range now, but also their burst attack, melee range. You can also see why they would be good in melee combat. This is also a raptor type, but because of the shield on the front, we call these mummy heads. They have no means of long range attack, or they have no means of short distance attack, but they do have extremely good long range capabilities. They're also better armored, as you can tell. If you were to see them from the back, you would say that they're just a regular raptor with something in front.
I have detected a Type C orbital frame in front of our position. It is different from the ones we have previously experienced. Please be careful.
I found you. Get ready.
All raptor models are unmanned, but this one is manned.
What? The runt is a child?
So feel free to destroy the unmanned ones without any problems if killing people is kind of against your beliefs. Come on. Yeah! Dash attack stab. Come here.
Damn, I was too careless.
Darn right.
Viola, evacuate now.
What? Are you crazy? It's just a kid. I can take care of him even without weapons.
I repeat, evacuate now. You have other things to do, don't you?
You embarrassed me this time, so look forward to the next time. See you again, boy.
Oh no, that looked familiar.
The target has disappeared. I can detect no sign of vital activity.
You mean that everyone is dead?
That is correct. Good work, sir.
Ah!
That was a convincing yell, wasn't it?
This is Noman to all units. Report your current status.
Slash here. I've arrived at Sector 03, and I'll start destroying the nearby buildings.
This is Night Raid. I've also arrived at Sector 05. Should I just wait here?
Yeah, that's correct. Viola, report your current status.
No need for that. You know what happened.
Don't be so harsh. Your turn will come. Just be patient.
Not all the voice acting is terrible, but most of it's not all that great either. And we haven't moved. Okay. Even the robot looks mournful. Or pensive or something. I don't know the right words.
Your mental condition has reached a level of -8. Your combat operation will suffer substantially at this level. I advise you to take some medication to stabilize your condition. I repeat, your mental condition is declining. The message is being received from a commercial broadcast.
What message?
I shall patch it through.
This is Atlantis. Whoever is aboard Jehuti, can you read me? The unidentified person aboard Jehuti, do you read me? I can understand how you must feel. Listen to me, boy. I saw everything you did on my monitor. I also know that you're just a juvenile civilian, and you've done all of this.
I didn't break that stuff
But
over there.
I didn't have any other choice. I was so scared. I couldn't help it.
I'm not accusing you of anything. You proved you can operate the system. Listen, I must ask you to do something for us. Can you deliver that orbital frame to our base?
What?
We are a civilian transportation company, and we've been asked to carry that orbital frame, Jehuti, to Mars. Didn't you see any of our people in the vicinity of Jehuti?
I don't know.
Alan must have been there. He's the frame runner we sent there.
I said I don't know, didn't I? By the time I got there, everyone was dead.
I see. He was supposed to operate that frame. Now we need your help. I know you can do it. Please, help us. Of course, I'm talking business. We'll pay you for your troubles. Enough to allow you to live anywhere. Earth, Mars, anywhere at all. Please.
No, I don't want to.
Listen.
No, you listen. I could get attacked again. And who the hell are you anyways? Why do you want this machine so much?
You fought well. We're just asking for a little more of your help. Please.
I suppose you want me to kill again.
Well,
I want nothing more to do with any of you. Go kill or whatever you want. Just leave me out of it. I've got to be going.
Then a lot more people will die.
What?
Everybody will die. Your friends, your family, every single one of them. We can't let them get a hold of Jehuti. If they do, it will be the end of this colony. No, it may be the end of civilization as we know it. You must, please, help us.
Move it, Leo!
Help, Leo!
You say I can, but how? I can't drive this thing.
Yes, you can. I saw you do it, and I know you can do it again. Please, help us.
All right. I'll do it just this one time, but that's all I'll do.
Okay, that's all we ask.
All right, if you say so.
Thank you.
But I want you to remember one thing. I will never help you kill anybody. Maybe killing is all right for you people, but it's not with me.
I understand. So, we have a business deal. The person in charge is headed to you right now. I can't get through to him, but I'll let you know as soon as I do. Oh, what's your name?
Leo.
Okay, Leo. I'm Elena Weinberg, second in charge of Atlantis. Just call me Elena.
I can really trust you, can't I?
Well, we don't kill indiscriminately, as you seem to think. Okay, I'll see you later.
At least Elena has a good voice actor.
I will explain the mission plan.
Oh, thank you.
The mission is to transport this Jehuti to Mars in preparation for a battle on Mars. First, we need to rendezvous with the civilian freighter Atlantis and leave the colony of Antilia. However, Jehuti has just had an overhaul and therefore has only minimum system capabilities. Jehuti's capabilities will depend on how many function modules we can install. First of all, we need to transplant the necessary modules from the local server in this area. Let me indicate the local server with a marker. You are to proceed to that location.
Well, there's been quite a bit of cutscene work in here, not a whole lot of action, but that's kind of the way these stories have to start. I'm going to call it the end of the episode here, and plant Jehuti on the ground. Thanks everybody for joining me for this first episode of Zone of the Enders. The first game chronologically in both creation and in the series. I don't know if I'm going to be doing all the games, probably not, maybe, I don't know. I just thought this would be fun, and it's a fun game to play, so I wanted to play. Anyway, that is going to be the end of today's episode. If you were a little bit turned off by all the cutscenes and stuff, trust me, there's a heck of a lot more action to come. This is pretty much just the tutorial introduction phase of the game. And yes, there will be quite a bit more cutscenes later on, but certainly not to the extent that this episode had. If you don't believe me, come back tomorrow and find out. Well, we are going to have more cutscenes tomorrow too, but not nearly enough. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it enough to take my word for it and come back for the next episode, and I will see you then for Zone of the Enders Episode 2. Take care. See you later. You'll be lucky to find some remains. Oh, hi there! Boss battle. Hey?